get louder and louder. Okay, so now we're going inside voices. Ready?
Okay. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with love as our mother, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Now, in the same vein, we're going to go to George Harrison. He was the one. Here we go.
Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right.
And little
Darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. Little darling, the smiles return into the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right.
And then there's a guitar solo that goes. Everybody remember that part?
Sun, 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 here it comes.
Do that again.
Sun, 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 here it comes.
Third verse, little darling, and
Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. Here comes the sun.
say, here comes the sun.
Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun.
Yeah, do it now by guitar. George Harrison.
I want you to stay standing for just a moment, and while we prepare for Sally and Mike to do their reading, let's have a hand for Roxanna Ward, everybody. And let's just take a moment of silence, a silence for this world, for the community in which we live, those who need love and hope for the journey, who need a reminder of Easter hope for their lives. We send out our good energy into the world at this time through this simple moment of silence. Let's hold it together. Okay, so Sally and Mike are going to lead us in our gathering words for the morning. You're going to see them on the screen. As they read, I invite you to read with them. Let's make this a beautiful communal gathering of great heart and great joy on this Easter morning. Feel free to read with them. Feel free.
Happy Easter and happy Sunday. Yes, it's me, Mike. I do weird things like this all the time. So, it's a beautiful Sunday, and we're all here to witness it together. So, thank you for being here, everyone. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, I will stop. Okay. All right. Let us hope we can rise from a death.
From the powerful, where might makes right.
To a new life of the spirit of peace.
Let us be filled with the spirit of peace,
And let us act with courage and compassion.
so that people can understand our heart.
Let us lift up the downtrodden and fearful,
Heal those whose souls and bodies are afflicted.
and blind the oppressors with our light.
Like Saul with his conversion to Paul.
Like Siddhartha, ages before on his way to nirvana.
Like voices today seeking justice, empathy, and compassion.
Like members in our lives who showed us another way.
Let us form a community of lovers, lovers of love.
That will not be moved in our commitment to equity and justice.
Let us support each other with our prayers, letters, and emails.
And endeavor to lay down our swords and bombs.
By the river of renewal of conflict resolution.
In exchange for plowshares of empathy.
To nurture the potential of people everywhere.
Let us look forward to that peaceable world.
Where the aggressor shall enjoy abundance.
With the rest of us in a culture of peace.
And war, and the plains of war, shall be no more. May it be so.
Thank you.
Happy Easter, y'all. Let's have a beautiful hand clap for Sally Barron and Mike Soto. You did great. Thank you. How you doing this morning? I said, how you doing this morning? Did you wake up with a good old blessing in your heart? The sun smiling on your face? Did you feel it this morning? Yes. I did. I woke up with such great excitement at just how beautiful this day has turned out to be. So much so that, Mike, this is the best thing I've seen all day. I absolutely love this. I think we need to hide this from me, Kate. We need to hide this. Yeah. Well, so where can I get this? Not that you need to know. Not that you need to know that. But okay, do let me know. Yeah. You want one too? Yeah. Isn't it great? All right. So what I'm going to do for your sake is put this away. And I'm going to buy a whole bunch of them for this church because I love them so much. Please remind me to buy them. Please remind me. I can't wait. Okay, so here's what I want to do. Before we move forward in our gathering this morning, have just a couple things we want to try to accomplish because it is such a beautiful day. And I think it's important that we just take a moment. You see, we are on a journey here at Neighborhood Church, and we have been fortunate to have such incredible people with us for this journey, both members and friends and hearts who have been a part of this work that we're doing together. And I am so proud that today, the word of our day, the words of our day, I want you to say them with me, are welcome to love. Say it with me. Say it again, welcome to love. Now, that's important to think about because on the one hand, love just is. It's present. It's always available to us. But at the same time, we have to open our hearts to it. We have to open the door for it to take root. We have to be willing to allow it to sit in our spirits and our souls. So we welcome love. We welcome that power into our hearts, into our minds, into our bodies, into our hands, into our songs, into our bubbles. We do that because we know that every time we make the decision to choose love, this world is a better place. And so I truly believe that one of the best things we can do today, before we do anything else, before the mariachis come, before the food gets served, before we bless the sand, before we do all those things, I want to open our heart of love by welcoming some new members to Neighborhood Church this morning. Can we do that? Can we do that? Next slide, Cyrus. These are individuals that have been with us on this journey, and this morning we get to formally welcome them as members of our family. Now, if you are not a member of Neighborhood Church, maybe you might start thinking about it after today. Maybe you might consider it. Maybe you might see yourself as a future member of this beautiful community. If that's who you are, talk to me. Let's converse. Let's be in connection, right? This is a beginning. It's not an ending. But for the folks who are here now, who have put the time in, who have been with us step by step, and who are ready to take this next chapter with us as a neighborhood family, I'm so honored that we get to welcome them today as new members. Sue Cross, come on up here. Sue Cross is the chair of our board, and I'm going to ask you just to say a few words on behalf of the board about why this is so cool, if you would. Thank you. Thank you.
This is so cool because
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
because we have how many new people do we have today?
So today we are going to welcome 5,
5 new
but
people.
we have more coming in the future in process.
And those of us on the board who were able to come had a luncheon with you folks recently, and it was just such a joy to get to know you better. And so I'm thinking future of NCC looks pretty darn good.
Yes, it does.
All I had to say about that.
Yes, it does. I want you to stay with me while we do this part, okay? Merrick Johnson, come on up and stand with me. Stand with me. Marianne Sheridan, come on up, Marianne. Kirk Andrews, come on up, Kirk Andrews. Victoria Bertini, get on up here. Lynn Smith, are you here? I didn't see you come in. Lynn, are you here? Come on up, come on up, come on up. All right, all of these individuals have agreed to be welcomed as new members of our family this morning, and we are so excited because each of them brings such an incredible array of gifts to who we are as a community and who we will be in the future as a family. Now, I would like each of you just to say a sentence or two quickly about why you're so excited to be a part of this chapter and future chapters here at NCC. Let me have that mic, and if you could just go one by one and just say a sentence or two, that'll be awesome. Hold the mic and go for it. Thank you.
I'm excited because I'm making new friends, and I really believe in what Pastor Rod and this group, all of us are doing here as far as there can be no more wars. Mm-hmm. And for us, this experiment of bringing every kind of religion together and respecting each of our faiths, whatever that is, and uniting so we can create that as a family at NCC.
Yes, thank you. Beautiful. Yeah. Marianne?
Hi, I'm Marianne.
Yes,
And
yes, right, yep.
I came to NCC after Google searching LGBTQ friendly for my older brother who has cancer. And I was looking for some place for him to feel safe if he has to move with me, but he's getting better. And Pastor Rod did a beautiful prayer, and he said he felt it. And so then I just stayed because it's interfaith and really beautiful. And that's all.
My name's Kirk. My family's been coming for 30 years or so, probably off and on. But I always resisted becoming a member. kind of felt like if I was born again anything, it was probably Buddhist, not Christian. Not that this was a born-again type place, but anyway, now that we're evolving into a sort of more open spiritual space, I felt like it made sense for me to up my commitment and support. And so happy to be a member, happy to be on the journey.
Well, I'm Victoria, and I'm here because my calling in life, I teach, mentor, and inspire people in compassion. That's my passion. And as I've been one of the meditation teachers here for the last couple years, I've just been so impressed with the amount of compassion that's here. And for those of you that don't really understand that compassion is a verb. It comes from the heart. It's when your heart melts because someone is suffering and you're motivated to do something about it. And so as I reflected over the last month when I was asked to become a member, I realized that this actually is the community I've been longing for a very long time. So thank you all. I'm really happy to be here.
My name's Lynn. My friends call me Smitty. And I've been coming here for a long time for the Christmas Eve. And because all my friends play music then. And that's how I met Pastor Rod and what the whole community here was about. And so that really, because I never felt like being one denomination. Because I took world religions in college. And so this place is wonderful. And Pastor Rod is wonderful too.
Thank you. Yeah. Would you pass these out? Okay. All right. So for this next part, I'm going to need your help. They're each going to get a certificate, and we each have a part in this final portion, okay? Here it is. We are so glad to have you as a part of the family here at Neighborhood Church, this community of fellow seekers who join you on this travel. In other words, you're not never alone as you walk your next steps, because we're doing the same thing with you. We are now fellow travelers on the journey. And we're excited to accept you, your gifts, your discovery, your service, your friendship. We offer you in return those same things: presents, gifts, our own honesty, our brokenness, our imperfect perfection. I made that up. Even our desire to be your great family members, to work with you, to learn from you, to grow with you, to be here for you, and ask for the same thing back from you. So I got to ask you, do you seek to create that same kind of community here on this property, in this community, for the wider world? If you have the same passion that we have for a community of love, I want you to say the words back to me: we will.
1, 2, 3.
Yes. 1, 2, 3.
We will.
One more time.
We will.
All right. And I'm so glad, because part of the whole desire of having you here is because you each bring something different to this community. And we want to experience all of that as part of our future. And we're so glad to have you a part of it. And for everybody here in the room, do we agree to support these folks with our warmth, with our comfort, with our love, to bless their strengths, to celebrate their successes, to unlock in them their gifts? Will we share our thoughts, our triumphs, our struggles with them, to remind them every day that while they may feel lonely at times, they are never alone? Can we agree today that they walk with us on this path? Will we all say the words back? We will. One more time, we will. And then I would love us all, if we will, to say back one of the great mantras of this church. Repeat these words after me as a sign of our commitment and our walking together. Say it with me. No matter who you are, no matter who you are, or where you are on life's journey, you are welcome here. Let's have a hand for our new members, y'all. Thank you. This is so great. This is so great. We're so honored to have you. And there are some bubbles to confirm you. You're now confirmed. Yes. This is so great. I'm going to get in so much trouble with this. I'm going to get in so much trouble. This is great. All right. Now, you've sat through an incredible moment of unity and gathering. So I'm going to step aside for a moment, and I'm going to ask this incredible group of folks, Saul del Toro Reynoso. Sorry, guys. Come on up. Saul del Toro Reynoso. Come on up. Now, for those who may have forgotten, they were with us last year, and they were so amazing that we said, let's bring them back. So without further ado, let's enjoy. My brother, welcome back. Okay, yeah.
This first song, some of you guys may know it. This is a song called De Colores. And this is a song about the colors of spring, especially right now during Easter time, okay? So this is a beautiful song talking about the birds and the trees and everything that's beautiful around us. Okay, De Colores.
De colores
Thank you guys so much. That song was called Hermoso Cariño, which means sweet love, and it talks about the greatest gift of all, that is love, and that love is a gift that comes from God, and how much we treasure that gift, and we value it in our hearts. So this next song is this was called Cucurucucu Paloma, and this is a tale about a dove, and also their journey with love, and some heartbreak too, but ultimately the beauty that comes with love. So this is Cucurucucu Paloma. It'll be sung by our lead singer, Blanca Manso.
Thank you.
Dicen que por las noches no más le iba en puro llorar. Dicen que no dormía, no más se le iba en puro tomar. Juran que el mismo cielo se estremecía al oír su llanto. Cómo sufrió por ella, que hasta en su muerte la fue llamando. Que una paloma triste muy de mañana le va a cantar a la casita sola con sus puertitas de par en par. Juran que esa paloma no es otra cosa más que su alma, que todavía la espera a que regrese la desdichada.
Thank you. Thank you.
One more time. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, so they're not done yet, but I just want to do one quick thing. Kate Hennessy, come on up here. I want you to make a really, really great announcement. You want to hear about this. Open your ears just for a moment. Listen to this. This is so cool. What do we have coming up, my friend, in the month of May?
May 24th.
Where are we going?
We're going to see the Trolls in Palos Verdes. We're going to get a bus, and we're going up there from 9 to 4. You can walk. They have a tram for those that have a problem walking, so you can see some of the Trolls. If you walk, you see all of the Trolls. They have a restaurant. So in the back of this, which you get at the back of the room, they have the menu. You can look at it. If you don't want anything that they have, you can bring a picnic. So
where are we going again? South?
it's called South Coast Botanic Garden,
Yep.
May 24th.
And we're going to go check out the Trolls.
Oh, yeah. And when do you see the Trolls? They are so neat.
And we're excited.
So excited. Okay, I have something else to say.
Okay.
And today, get excited for this. In the courtyard, we have hidden hand-painted eggs that are stuffed with goodies. And in the back on that other table, there's little baskets for you to get and go find those eggs. And they're really hard to find.
We made sure that they're really hard to find. So
Okay.
put the time in and find the eggs. How many eggs did you distribute? Do you know? How many did we put out?
I can't
Is it a lot?
There's a lot.
There's a lot. Okay, so after we're done, start walking around the courtyard, around the property, find as many eggs as you can. And if you capture the most eggs, I'll do this for you. All right? All right.
One more thing.
Yes, yes.
I have a sign-up sheet. It's
Okay.
on Eventbrite, but you can also find me. Sign up. It's $50 to get your seat on the bus.
Excellent. Thank you. Kate Hennessy, y'all.
Okay, this next song is a worship song. It's called Más allá del sol, which means beyond the sun. And it says that beyond the sun, we all have a mansion waiting for us in the heavens.
su mansión. Más allá del sol, más allá del sol, yo tengo un hogar, hogar de hogar, más allá del sol, más allá del sol, más allá del sol. Yo tengo un hogar, hogar de hogar, más allá del sol.
Okay, so they're going to come back momentarily and help us out with one more thing, but for now I'm going to give you a break, okay? I'll come back to you in a moment. Thank you. One more hand for our incredible folks here. Come on, give it to them, give it to them, give it to them, give it to them. Okay, I have a question I want to ask you on this wonderful, wonderful, joy-filled Easter morning. And it's simply this. What is making you feel alive this morning? What's making you feel alive? I'm going to open it up. Who wants to go first? What's making you feel alive? The birds singing. What else? Waves crashing. What else? Yeah. What else? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. This morning. Mind blown. That's incredible. Wow, what a gift. What a gift. What else? What else? What else? Yeah. Yeah, over here, Patricia. Patricia. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Beautiful. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Who else? What else? What's making you feel alive this morning? The music. What else? What else? What else? Being here, community. The music. The singing. Family. Yeah. 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 What else? What else? Our pets. Yes, absolutely. Our pet companions, for sure. Yes. You know, when I woke up this morning, in addition to everything y'all said, you know, for me, it's like a song that repeats in my spirit every time Easter comes around. And it's a song that sounds something like, Christ the Lord is risen today. Alleluia. Earth and heaven in bounteous ray. Hallelujah. Raise your joys and triumphs high. heavens and earth reply, Alleluia. Look, I know I was off key, but I love that song anyway, all right? Because for me, when I woke up this morning, my heart was soaring with the sky, with the eagles, with the hummingbirds, with the love that I feel in my heart. And for me, that is a lot like the universal Christ that we're celebrating this morning. That's a lot like that beautiful, boundless, indispensable, earth-shattering, expansive love that comes from that wonderful, wonderful Spirit of Christ, embodied in so many traditions, so many faith walks, because we equally are on this journey to love, no matter how we come at it. And of course, in the Christian tradition, songs like that Alleluia and that beautiful embracing of the Christ love, it's what pushes me forward this morning. It's what makes it possible for me to be with you in this moment, to celebrate this love that we're welcoming in our hearts today. And it got me wondering about a question that I've been pondering now for the past couple of weeks. And it sounds something like, what does it mean to truly walk in the steps of Jesus? You know, for folks who are living in an increasingly fragmented and pained and hurt-filled world, there's such a need to really think for ourselves about what that question means for us individually. Not so much about what I want you to think about it or what someone else may tell you or want to force you to think about it, but for you to consider for yourself what it truly means for you to walk in the steps of Jesus. And when I think about his example, I realize, first of all, that there's so much about his life that we don't know. I mean, remember for a moment, we only think we know about 3 years out of his life. There's like 30 some odd years that we know nothing about. Now, some could look at that as a downer or something to be upset about or something to kind of discard. But I actually see it as an opportunity to imagine, an opportunity to wonder, an opportunity to be in creative thought about his own life, his own trajectory, the triumphs he experienced, the successes he enjoyed, the problems he encountered, the obstacles he overcame, and ultimately the love in which he was resurrected. And I think about that for you and for me, and I ask myself, wow, what would it mean for me to walk in his steps? And how do I find that meaning for my life today? Now, when I think about Neighborhood Church, and I consider for just a few moments that for the past 5+ years, you could say we've been in our own kind of journey. We've been thinking about affordable housing, and we've been looking at our inclusive spiritual center future. We've been working on these incredibly important 2 strands of being at the same time. Not just wanting to do the housing and not just wanting to be that inclusive spiritual space, but wanting to create within ourselves the capacity to do both. That is big stuff. That is really, really monumental stuff that we've been doing. I like to say for the past 5 + 6 years that we've been a kind of both and community. Somebody say both and. Both housing and inclusivity. Wow, that's big stuff. It is demanding stuff. It is energy draining stuff. And it's also very exciting stuff and invigorating stuff because it creates in us the capacity that we've always had, which is to do big things, because people like us do big things. So I like to imagine that as he was walking his own steps to his destiny, he was in a kind of in-between. He was in a wilderness of his own. See, the wilderness is a kind of consciousness. It's a kind of understanding that says, I was over here 3 years ago, and I'm trying to get over here, but I got to go through a whole bunch of stuff to get there. And most of that stuff I know nothing about. Some of that stuff I'm probably unprepared for. A good portion of that stuff, I'm going to learn a lot along the way. I'm going to meet a lot of good people. I'm going to have some wonderful friends to encourage me. I'm going to have some communities who will welcome me in. I'm going to have some moms and some dads and some friends and some neighbors cook some meals for me, create a place for me to sleep. I'm going to have a whole lot of help along the way. And then I'm going to have some folks who may not see the vision that I'm carrying. I'm going to have some folks who may not see the world in which I want to live. Folks who will challenge me, folks who will challenge us, folks who will push us, because out of our fear, we can find something deeper, something more abiding, something more real. We can find in ourselves the capacity to keep going. And that's how I imagine his journey on his way to resurrection. Yeah, we read about the fun stuff. We read about the miracles. We read about the loaves and the fish. We read about the saving of the bodies and the healing of the minds. We read about that, and it makes our hearts delight. And it's rare when we can see that equal amount of struggle and that equal amount of hardship and that equal amount of hard work and that equal amount of courage and that equal amount of bravery and that equal amount of strength and that equal amount of uncertainty. So let us not miss the meat of this celebration. Let us not miss why the kiss of it is so pure and wonderful. Because a man so many years ago found it within himself to find meaning in his steps. He found purpose along his journey. He stuck with it when others said, give up. He stayed in the fight when others said, you're done. He stayed true to his passion when others said, no more. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to answer for you how I will answer that question, what it means to answer and walk in the footsteps of Jesus. Now, this is my answer. You may have a different one. But here's what it looks like for me. Nothing meaningful happens without hard work. Nothing meaningful happens without hard work. I have so many examples which I can't recount right now. So many examples along the way of my life. So many people, so many circumstances, so many opportunities, so many leaders, churches, hearts and minds that I have encountered over the course of my life. And every step of the way, the work that we put in, that's what I remember most. The struggles that we pushed through, that's what I remember most. The stuff that we poured in to encourage each other and to build each other up, to find the power of resurrection in the work that we were accomplishing together. That's the stuff I remember the most, because I've learned over the years that nothing meaningful happens without hard work. And I also believe more than ever that conviction matters. Conviction matters. Conviction looks like a church that is by hook or crook going to build affordable housing on this property, and no one's going to stop us. Conviction looks like folk who have determined in their mind that a spiritual center, no matter how a person comes at it, no matter what their religion looks like, we can each have a place where we are individually seen. We can have a community in which all are appreciated and loved. We can work for something bigger than ourselves. And thank you, Holy Spirit, we can have those moments that will linger with us and stay with us for the rest of our lives. That sounds like the NCC Spiritual Center becoming. That sounds like conviction that matters. And then finally, I think walking in those footsteps looks a lot like patience and discipline. And I've come to learn over the course of my life that patience and discipline, they are not simply traits or nice to haves. They are the stuff of a way of life. Patience and discipline as a way of life, unlocking the joy of resurrection. See, when you go through that wilderness, when you invest with that conviction, when you carry that patience and that discipline, and then you have this desire to keep putting in the work, it makes the taste of resurrection that much sweeter. You are able to come out of that tomb, have your coming out party, and no one's going to stop you because you know what you went through. You know what the perseverance looked like. You know what the chapters were looking like by verse, by verses, and more verses, so that when you emerge from that tomb, the world has to put up with new you. So I hope even more that if you're like me, and you're working on something, you're building something, you're trying out something in the face of all the stuff that's coming against you. If you feel like me, if you feel like Jesus must have felt along his journey at times, if you are in my boat and in his boat, I hope that by the power of resurrection and the agreement that we share together in this moment, I hope that this moment forward, you're now encouraged to keep going. Okay, so with that in mind, I would love if our wonderful, wonderful band will come back for a moment. I want to do an exercise with you. Remember last year we did the griot? I want to do that again. But before we do, could I have someone come up and explain the griot to the people? There's an exercise I want to do with you. Now, this is something that I think is a great opportunity for us to be united and to send our energy out into a world that needs it so desperately. So I'm going to have our friends to come and explain what the griot looks like. We'll try this exercise together, okay? First, tell us what it is and tell us why it's important. Please.
Something very typical in our culture, in our Mexican culture, and it's just a letting out of emotions in the form of yelling, and
Okay, before we do it, so as he said, as my brother said, no matter where you are on your journey, things could be going really well right now for you. Things could not be going so well for you right now. Or you may be somewhere in between, maybe like many of us. This yell that we're about to do is prepared especially for you. I hope you get everything you need out of it. I hope you let go of all that stuff you brought in this room today. I hope you let go of all that anger, all that depression, all that anxiety, all that fear, all that stuff. And then I hope you yell so much that you take on the bravery and the strength and the courage and the resilience that you need for your journey. I hope you get everything you need from the burrito, because it's powerful. And we're going to do it right now together. And I'm excited. So, Dad, would you come? And we're going to do this. I even brought my... So while you do it, the power of the cone is with us. All right, please. And let's join. We got to stand up and do this.
So when you yell, you just push everything out from your body, because you just come like this. We used to go to the hills, to the mountains, and yell into the mountains, because in the mountains, the yell bounce to you. So it sounds fun. So when we say, Saul! And then we say, Mariachi, que vive el mariachi! There we go. Thank you. Yeah, and then when we have someone die, like we belong to the music, so like my son said, oh, my dad died, so everybody calls all the mariachis and we go together and we celebrate that he's going to pass away. So we go to the cemetery and sing, Yo sé bien que estoy afuera, pero el día que yo me muera, sé que tendrás que llorar. And that's when we celebrate, que viva Saúl Reynoso, que ya se fue, pero nos dejó muchas cosas como Saúl, Celeste, mis hijos, los amigos. Todo se queda aquí. Everything stays here because we lead the legacy, our legacy that we try to work out together when we're born, growing up and everything. And everything is just fun. And what we do? Yes, viva life, forever, life, forever. That's the way we do it.
Y'all can be seated. You can be seated. Let's give them a hand. Would y'all do one more song for us? One more. Yeah. And I'm so grateful because they are so amazing, and I'm so glad they're back. Before they play their final song, I'd like to just take a moment in the midst of all the celebration and joy that we're sending out into the world. Just take a moment with me, and I'd like to invite you just to imagine someone in your life who is not here today, someone that you care for deeply. someone that you hold dear to your heart, and you're thinking the best for them. You're hoping the best of love's best for them. You're hoping for the power of resurrection, not just for your life, but for theirs. I want to invite you to think about that person for this moment. I'll give you a few moments to picture that person in your mind. Cyrus, would you take me to the mantra slide from You I Receive? Thank you. Lisa, are you here? No? Okay. Kate Hennessy, would you come and do this? You can do it, you can do it, Sally? Come on up. Kate, Sally, come on up. Do this with me. As you think about this person that's on your heart, we would like to lead you in a mantra for the morning that goes by the words, from you I receive, to you I give, and together we share, from this we live. Can we do it together and show them how it's done? Okay, Sally, you want to start us? From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, in this we live. Let's do it again. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, in this we live. Let's show them how it's done. Let's show them. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, in this we live. Now let's do it for the person that we're thinking about, okay? One more time. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, in this we live. Let's hold this moment of silence while we think of them. And as we do it, I'm going to pour some sand. Hope for their future and for yours. Concern for their life as well as your own. And calling upon the power of love for each of our lives, asking for the angels and the miracles that follow to bless our journeys and enrich our lives. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we're going to have one more offering from our glorious, glorious band folk today, and then we'll prepare our hearts for our offering. We'll get there. Yep, we'll get it. And then we'll have some wonderful time for food and sharing together. One more time, please. Thank you. Aren't they great? Aren't they great?
We
Okay, did you have a good time? And have we grown in love? Yeah. I'm grateful for the power of love and for Jesus, his resurrected spirit, our own community that we are building together, brick by brick and step by step. All right, so we're going to have a wonderful meal, and I want to bless it now, and then we'll move from this space into the back part of the hall for our food and our sharing together. And I want to thank you all again for joining our Easter ritual today. We are super proud that we could share in this moment with you, and I hope our neighbors heard us this morning. Let me offer a blessing. Great Spirit, thank you for this food that we are about to partake in, the hands that prepared it, all the stories that went into its creation, the planting, the soil work, the rainwater, all the effort to make this meal possible. We thank you. And we now ask that it really nourish our lives, that it bless our spirits, that it give us energy for the rest of this Easter day and remind us of the power of connection and love, that we have the opportunity every breath we take to keep going, to keep living, and to be that example of your compassion for a hurting world. So thank you for this food, all that it will do for us, and all that we will do in return, not just for ourselves, but for this community and the wider world we serve. Thank you, Spirit, and so it is. Amen, amen, amen. All right, let us stand and move to the back, have some wonderful food, and would y'all play us out for a little bit? Just play us out, and we'll go back and eat.